Welcome to Independent Sources. I'm Gary Pierre.
And I'm Vianora Vinca.
On this edition of Independent Sources, we explore why Judge Sotomayor's experiences may resonate with African Americans and immigrants as well as other Latinos.
We commemorate the events at Tiananmen Square 20 years later and look back through the eyes of one of our own.
We meet a Sikh who is seeking to make history, and we profile a news organization that wants New Yorkers to know that Harlem is still here. These stories and news of the week after this.
The reason we need ethnic media is simply because corporate media, mainstream media, is not concerned about the individual groups that compose society. All they're looking for is getting eyeballs on their content so that they can expose people to the products that they're selling.
Joseph Hayden founded a news production company in Harlem last year with just $40,000. His organization now has a website and a weekly show on cable. Hayden's mission is to report all that's happening in Harlem. He wants New Yorkers to know that the historic black neighborhood is still here. Adiola Oledele visited the newsroom.
Driving through Harlem, one may not easily notice a new newsroom known as Still Here, located on 138th Street on the west side. The two-room office is run by 4 men who train themselves in the art of journalism. Their motto is giving a voice to the voiceless. They do that by covering the politics, sports, and all happenings in Harlem.
I started Still Here Harlem production with the intention of creating a miniature CNN for Harlem.
The founder, Joseph Hayden, is popularly known as Jazz. The 68-year-old was not always a model citizen. Hayden earned a bachelor's from SUNY Newport and a master's from New York Theological Seminary while he was an inmate in New York State Prison.
My story is one of overcoming obstacles. You know, I got kicked out of school when I was in the first grade. I ended up getting kicked out of every school I ever went to. But I've been a criminal, I've been an athlete, I've been a musician, I've been an organizer.
The great-grandfather says he got the name Still Here from watching the movie Papillon. The movie starred Steve McQueen as a criminal who escapes an island prison after several attempts.
But the phrase also applies to survivors all over the world, whether it's from natural disasters or personal problems or whatever it is. If you survive it, you're still here.
Hayden says he opened the newsroom last year with his savings and donations from a friend, a total of $40,000. He explained that it's because the mainstream media is only focusing on the upper class and not on the local people.
But nobody looked down at the base of the pyramid. You know, nobody looked at the Harlems of America. Nobody asked their opinion.
Still Here gained national recognition after covering a mass rally against what critics called a racist cartoon published by the New York Post in February. The video made it to CNN's website, attracting 10,000 clicks that night. Now the newsroom is attracting younger people like 27-year-old Paulo Walker, who works there full-time.
I could probably get a free internship where maybe I'll be getting coffee for people or doing some menial tasks, but here I can come in and have access to great equipment. Also, I have a great personal relationship with Jazz, who I've learned a lot from, you know, personally and also in the business sense as well.
Still Here produces a weekly show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network called All Things Harlem. The production company is also in the process of partnering with other local media to survive these tough economic times. The staff at Still Here are hoping that media like this, focusing on the local people, will continue to spring up all over the U.S. in the nearest future. For Independent Sources, I'm Adiola Oledele.